What's going on, peeps? It's Wrath here, hanging out today, playing some Idle Heroes. Today we're here on the old account, not for anything special, but just to talk about the new events, and a couple of small changes to the game. First up, one of the small changes we've had recently, well, by recently I mean like yesterday, is you can now check and see what you're going to get out of your shards. Is that super useful? Not really. I mean, I guess it's kind of nice to be able to see what your chances of getting, like, oh, I might get one of these deals, but, not really a game changer. Not gonna lie about things. Like, it'd probably be a better idea to put that same feature right here on the actual 5-star hero shards. Because when it comes to artifacts, I mean, it's pretty obvious for a normal orange artifact that you're not gonna get exclusive orange artifacts. You're gonna get the normal ones. Maybe that was just to clear up confusion on the exclusive orange artifacts, that you're not gonna be getting the super rare ones, like, I don't have any up there. But like, Punisher staff, stuff like that, you're not getting that sucker out of an exclusive orange artifact shard. So maybe that was the point. I don't really know. But it's there. It's a new feature. And also, probably one of the better features I think that's been added is this right here. No more ad watching. If you want to get your 100 gems, you just click a button each day. Nice. Nice. I'll take it, because that's obviously, honestly, for me, that's 100 gems I haven't gotten on my accounts pretty much since I started playing. So there's like 2 years of 100 gems every day that I don't have. I could have had a lot more free gems. I don't care to watch ads. So, boop, there's that. It's great. Apart from that, the only really new things, we got the event going on, and before we start talking about the new event, obviously this video is going to take forever to upload because my internet's slow, so this probably won't even be a thing anymore by the time you see it. If it is, hey, get some orbs. If not, do whatever you want to do. It's your account, it's your game. But this event is one of the, it's the in-betweener, okay? It's like, there's nothing really great for this event's completion, whereas next month in June, the anniversary is going to drop, so the anniversary should bring the better rewards, which is why if I didn't have to make content on YouTube, I wouldn't spend any scrolls this month. Personally, I wouldn't. But if you're a brand new player on a brand new account, making that little bit of progress you might get, just for spinning your scrolls could be worth it. What are the odds of getting these heroes? I don't know. It's low. It's very low. When they put special heroes in here, usually I only get one of them in 500 summons. Now, when they have 4 of them together, you may get a couple of them. That just kind of makes sense. But like when Aspen was the main reward, like you have higher chances to get him. I got 1 in like 500 summons, and I got like 2, I think, in 500 summons. They're not going to pop out like candy, even though they're quote-unquote increased drop rates. But here's the thing. Cthulhu, arguably the worst one on the list here. He's not super duper great in a lot of areas. He does have some utility, can be used in some teams, but overall he's just not super great, not super versatile, so you don't see a lot of them being built, and that's just kind of the way it is. Shia used to be fantastic pretty much everywhere. Not so much recently. As the game has kind of shifted, in PvP at least, she's really fallen off the PvP bandwagon. She doesn't have enough nuke ability to keep up with the massive new HP pools on units. Can she still be useful? Yes. Is she what she used to be? No. When it comes to PvE though, her boss damage is still pretty nice. Plus the fact she has a huge amount of block does help keep her alive a little bit longer. So nice little boss fighter for you. Used to be much better at breaking nodes in the Aspen dungeon for your Valkyries and stuff when you're trying to push into hell. Not so much anymore. The changes made to Vessas and Belrains and stuff have really destroyed her ability to actually take those heroes down, which kind of removes her big selling point for the Aspen dungeon. So she has kind of gone from like, hey, definitely build, kind of down to if you really want to build, you can build. It's thing. Then we got Horus here. Horus, probably still the most viable shadow unit there is, so he's not a bad build, mainly in my opinion for PvE. He's not a super great PvPer. He doesn't have any, crowd control. The block is kind of nice and can annoy some people, but overall I'd say his obvious strong point is boss fighting. Blocking bosses gives him damage, drops a little damage himself. He's not like a crazy huge boss damager, at least not the E3 I have isn't. I haven't really, I guess, built him for attack or anything, so, could be something to test around a little bit on. But as of now, he's a solid PvE unit, not so much for PvP, unless you're running Rainbow, in which case you're pretty much tied to either Jara or Horus, unless you're, like, really crazy and want to go with, like, a Corpse Demon, because you're just that person. You could do it. It's thing. And then on top here we have Obi-Ron. Obi-Ron Kenobi-Ron. Pretty much only for PvP. He does have some carryover in things like, the Tower of Oblivion and such. But really, when it comes to boss fighting, this guy's total garbage. Does nothing to them, just gets killed on. Unless he's like your Aura, don't bring him in. Definitely take Heart Watcher in that spot instead. So definitely not really good at all in PvE areas. Primarily a PvP unit, does pretty well at it, can be really annoying because of how his twine works. It's delayed by a turn, so if you get that seed off on something like an Ada who is faster than your Oberon, the next turn, it gets twined anyways. So it's kind of nice. It works. It's thing. Oberon. Boom. Summon prizes. When you go through your summon prizes, they're the same as always pretty much. You get 30 scrolls, up to 15 profit orbs depending on how far you complete, and the 5 soul symbols that you need to use if you're going to replace or regress heroes. Not exactly the easiest thing for free-to-plays to get, especially not in 1 month. It's going to take you probably a couple months to build up to this if you're actually needing some of these. Take a month off of Heroic Summon, save your scrolls up, boop, then come back, hit it, you're good to go. The big daddy, I guess, reward for the hero is going to be Horus again. So personally, as someone with an E3 Horus is cool. Horus is a good hero. But being that Anniversary is next month, is it worth dropping 400 scrolls in this event for Horus? Personally, I would say no. Now, this is someone who does already have an E3 Horus, but you're going to need more Horus copies anyway when E5 drops, which probably will drop on the Anniversary event too. I mean, do you really want to go for it? Up to you. Totally your decision. I don't personally think it's that great of a deal, especially when, you know, the biggest thing I would say that you get out of this event is going to be 15 relics at 500 points. You might as well just save your scrolls. That's the long and short of it. Save your scrolls. The Anniversary event's coming around the corner in June. It's going to bring hopefully some better stuff, and that's what I'm saving for. That's what I'm doing. I don't need any more Horuses. Down here we got the Hero Exchange event. 2 heroes here, a light and a dark, which is actually really great, especially for free-to-play players. If you have been able to stash up some altar stones, this is nice. This is nice, because this is another way, one of those extra ways you can get your Heroic Miracle fodder kind of set up and ready. Because if you guys watched my guide on how to get to 80 orbs per month for free, even if you can't get to 80 orbs per month, which most people should be able to, you can definitely get to 60 orbs per month, which means you'll get a light and dark hero both from the Prophet Orb event, which means either one of these could be your secondary fodder for Heroic Miracle. It's kind of an important thing to pick up. As for who I would pick between the two, I'm more of a PvE guy, always have been. Amivore is definitely my immediate choice because he does great boss damage, whereas Faithblade's primarily just for PvP, and I'm not really a huge fan of Faithblade. So, I mean, he did work in the Aspen Dungeon a while back. I'm not sure how well he does in Hell mode, but, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. Bringing it on down. We got the Grey Dwarf's Blessing. Boop. You guys know what this is. You spend your monies, you spend your gems, you take gears, you make better gears. It's a thing. Primarily, this is used for what I would say is this is one you should just X that off there. Don't ever use that. It's just a trap. It steals your gems and it steals your gold. Just be patient. Be patient. Use your blacksmith. Eventually, you'll be able to craft up these sets for a good hot, what is that, 8 million gold to make your 5-star set? Oh, great. And then you can take that 5-star set that you crafted up, you can pitch it down in this doohickey here, and you can make a 6-star set. That's the way I always done it. And if you're a free-to-play player or a newer player, bear in mind that this node down here is not going to give you the massive amount of progress that this node here will. It's far better, in my opinion, for a free-to-play player, even if you're a spender, to have a full team in 6-star gear rather than have like 2 units in 6-star class specific gear, because the gear difference isn't really that big. You got the same stats pretty much on this, 52,000 base health, as you're going to have on this. But you do get extra stats. Not a huge amount of extra stats, but extra. I think it's 26%, right? Is that 13%? Math is hard. Yes. You get 13% HP from the chest and the boots, 26% total, and same for the attack. If you look at the set bonuses here, you end up with 24% HP and 21% attack. So you do gain 2% HP and like 4% attack, right? 5% attack, 5% attack. Math is hard. But that's really all you're gaining. Whereas when you go from this, you're looking at 32,000 base health. The stat bonuses don't go up too big, but you're talking about a 20,000 flat stat boost. It does make quite the difference in your gear when you swap from 5-star gear to 6-star gear. So I would definitely prioritize getting 6-star gears for your units. Not so much worrying about class-specific gear. Is it good? Yes. Are there certain heroes where you want that? Yes. Case in point would be a Valkyrie. If you're running a Valkyrie as your first and primary only build, you're going to want to grab the chest and the boots to put on your Valkyrie and 2-piece 6-star to get the massive amount of HP that makes Valkyrie good. Other than that, in most cases, like if you're running an Aspen or a Horus or an Ada and stuff like that, you don't necessarily need mixed gear for them. A full 6-star set does pretty well, and if you have 2 or 3 6-star sets on your team, it's going to be stronger anyways. But yeah, it's quite expensive to make these sets. I mean, 100 million gold and 4,000 gems isn't something you just trip over and wake up with in the morning, even though up here I do have a lot of golds. I don't have that many gems. I blow my gems. My gems is gone. But that's pretty much the events. Nothing really special about them. Moderators are wanted if you're a moderator. I don't know, go slap DH Games a little bit and tell them to put a new gameplay mode in. That's the kind of moderation we need. We need those kind of moderators. Now, since I only speak one English, one language, and that is, well, as you guessed it, it's English. I can't do this. I'm not a moderator. I mean, I can speak like 4 words of Spanish, so I don't think that is with amazing bilingual ability. I mean, it could be. I mean, me es gusta at Spanish. I could pretty much get a job there. But no, this is not for me. If you're really great with these languages, you're bilingual, you're one of those people that are actually talented with their words, unlike me, maybe you want to join up and help the peeps out and say, hey, Idle Heroes, I can help you guys not suck with your translations. I'm good at things. But with that said, that's pretty much the event laid out. Boop. One thing we didn't check on is over... Get out of here, you dirty peasants. No one loves you. Up here, 6,500 of the altar stones a piece if you want to get an Amuvor, if you want to get a Faith Blade. Boop. Not bad. I want to say one of the heroes cost like 7,000 or 7,500 when they came out. Like it was like not very long after they got popped in the altar shop. It was pretty expensive. But overall, neither I would say is a terrible choice, but if you're a PvE person like me, just X this one off. He does not do great boss damage. This one here, great boss damage. Amazing boss damage, and, you know, kind of hard to build, but also cool at the same time. If I can somehow finagle my way into getting enough stones to buy one, which I can't. Actually, can I? I might be able to if I really wanted to push it. I could probably make it happen. You know, I've got a couple copies sitting around here, hanging out, waiting to be a thing. I've also got 5 Aspens. I've actually got 6 Aspens. One's in my bag. But old Daddy Moog's kind of sucking one, and I think it's time for him to be replaced by someone that's not sucking one so bad. So we'll kind of see. I'd like to build an Amuvor because I don't have an Amuvor. I'd already have an E3 Aspen. He's awesome. I love my Aspen. Easily my favorite hero in the game. But outside of that, I don't know. We'll see if we can get enough Amuvors one day to make an Amuvor. It's not super high on the priority list on this account because I've got other things to do. I've got to get my Belrain E3'd. I've got to get a whole scary cheese built, which, good lord, that's going to take a minute. But there's the events. Nothing special about it. Like I said, I'll repeat my advice because repeating things, A, annoys people, and B, it makes me feel like I'm smart even though I'm not. I wouldn't spend my scrolls this month if I didn't have to. Like I said, I've got to do at least one of them. One of my accounts got to get sacrificed here for the content. It's going to be the mid-tier account because I need the most progress there, and well, I need content, so it's going to be a thing. If you're at home and you're like, should I spend my scrolls? I would argue probably not. A newer account can definitely get away with it because you're going to need progress, and it does help you get progress, being able to spend your scrolls. But most of you have been playing the game for a few months, 6 months. You don't necessarily need that tiny boost of progress, probably, from the Heroic Summon event. I'd wait till next month, get the biggest bang for your buck from the anniversary event. That's just my opinion. However you want to play the game, though, is how you should play the game. Don't let somebody else tell you what to do, tell you how to build your account, tell you how to play the game. It's your game. Play it the way you want to play it. But that's just my advice. So there we go. That is going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please make sure, smash that thumbs up button and show your support, and I will see you guys in the next one.